Amy Slaton, a 1000 Sisters star, added a tarantula to her family, which may be a cry for help. After her chihuahua died, Amy lost weight, had children, and got divorced. Amy prioritizes mental health. She's a single mother who was diagnosed with depression, acute stress disorder, and bipolar disorder. The star of 1000 Sisters, Amy Slaton, added a new pet to the family, and it just may be a cry for help. The show, which premiered in 2020, centers around the weight loss journeys of 36-year-old Amy and her 37-year-old sister, Tammy Slaton. The first time Amy stepped on a scale during the show's inaugural episode, she weighed in at over 400 pounds. Desperately wanting to get healthy enough to have children, Amy had bariatric surgery and dropped 125 pounds. After losing weight, the 1000 Sisters Season 5 star was able to give birth to two healthy sons, Gage and Glenn Halterman, but things went downhill from there. Adding two young children to the mix changed the dynamic between Amy and her husband, Michael Halterman. The couple announced their divorce in 2023, and Amy has been a single mother ever since. She's had to work hard to manage. Amy recently added a new pet to the family, and it's an unexpected choice. Amy Slaton got a pet tarantula. Is this a cry for help? Amy has always loved creepy things. The 1000 Sisters star is a big horror movie fan who favors Halloween above all other holidays. She even named her sons after characters in horror movies, with Glenn being named after a character in The Walking Dead, and Gage being the name of a Pet Sematary character. Her love of scary things officially expanded into her pet selection when Amy brought home a hairy tarantula spider. Amy posted a picture of the 8-legged creepy crawler at TikTok. The post has 118 likes, and Amy's caption reads, "Fang my Strychnine tarantula." Longtime fans of 1000 Sisters will remember Amy's last beloved pet, an adorable little chihuahua appropriately named Little Bit. The tiny dog was basically one of the show's main cast members. Sadly, Little Bit passed away during Season 4. In many ways, Little Bit's passing was symbolic of the major changes in Amy's life. Seemingly overnight, she lost weight, had two children, and divorced her husband. Amy may have other pets, but adding a tarantula to the mix says something about her mental state. Getting a tarantula instead of a cat or dog may mean that Amy has lost all interest in doing what's expected of her. Amy Slaton's extraordinary weight loss journey. She was able to change her life. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. During the premiere episode of 1000 Sisters, the Slaton sisters were too heavy to step on a commercial scale, so they had to drive to the local junkyard to use an industrial scale. Adding insult to injury, when Amy stepped on the scale, she was shocked to find that she weighed over 400 pounds. It had been ages since she had last weighed herself, and seeing that number broke her heart. She burst into tears, seeing her dreams of motherhood pass her by. Thankfully, Amy qualified for gastric bypass surgery with Dr. Charles Proctor in 2019. According to the Mayo Clinic, gastric bypass surgery involves dividing a patient's stomach, which directs all the food to a reduced pouch, limiting the amount a person can eat. She was able to lose enough weight to make her dreams of motherhood come true. Though her doctor told her not to get pregnant too soon after bariatric surgery, Amy didn't heed the warning and got pregnant almost immediately. Amy's second pregnancy came quickly on the heels of the first, despite her doctor's continued warnings. Amy isn't the only 1000 Sisters star who has lost a considerable amount of weight. Her sister Tammy weighed over 600 pounds when she stepped on that industrial junkyard scale during Season 1. It only got worse for Tammy as she went on to gain weight, weighing in at 720 pounds by the end of Season 3. After a health scare sent Tammy to the emergency room, she finally received her own bypass surgery. Tammy lost an incredible 440 pounds and went from 720 pounds to 285 pounds. Amy has had a rough time lately. Can she turn it around? Since Amy's divorce, things haven't improved for the 1000 Sisters star. She has had to make mental health a priority since being diagnosed with depression, acute stress disorder, and bipolar disorder. Dating as a single mother isn't easy, and Amy has already been disappointed by multiple new men since being disappointed by her ex-husband Michael. Soon after leaving Michael, she got serious with a man named Tony Rogers and even introduced him to her sons way too soon. After that relationship went down in flames, Amy briefly dated a new man, Kevin, but this time she wisely didn't let him meet her sons. Since her two brief whirlwind affairs, Amy seems to have settled into her life as a single mother and appears to be more focused on her sons. Her sister, Amanda Halterman, recently broke up with her ex-boyfriend, RJ, and has been living with Amy ever since. Not only does Amy probably love having an extra pair of hands helping with her toddlers, it must be comforting having her sister there during challenging times. Amy and Amanda aren't the only members of the Slaton family who are unlucky in love. Their brother, Chris Combs, is happily married to his second wife, Brittany Combs, but went through a difficult divorce from his first wife. For her part, Tammy buried her 41-year-old husband, Caleb Willingham, during 1000 LB SISTRR Season 5. After years of dating terrible men, Tammy had finally met a nice guy, only to lose him. Their other sister, Misty Slaton Wentworth, has been happily married to David Wentworth for 23 years and counting. Tammy Slaton: 2 ex-boyfriends, 1 ex-girlfriend, 1 marriage, widowed. Amy Slaton: married and divorced, 2 ex-boyfriends. Chris Combs: married, divorced, and remarried. Amanda Halterman: married and divorced. Missy Wentworth: married to her first husband. Subscribe the channel to get such videos.